What's up guys, and if you're a small Fortnite creative builder like myself, you've probably run into the issue that you don't have enough players on your maps to fill out the lobby and have a proper game on your maps. Now if you have this problem, I'm going to show you 7 different ways in this video on how to fix that, and they're all going to help you to get more players on your maps. If you guys do end up enjoying this tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe, as I put a lot of effort into this video. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing people see when they see your map is obviously the thumbnail, title and description. Now, you want to make these not boring. Now, you don't want to have a generic title like Solo Zone Wars or something like that. You want to make it stand out and not be generic, otherwise people just aren't going to even click on it. I found that emojis can help if you put them in the title, as they can stand out against the other maps in the Discovery tab. So just make sure you have your thumbnail, title and description that stands out from the other maps next to it, as if there's another map that looks better than yours, then that's going to get more plays, unfortunately. Next, you're going to want to make an incentive for people to play your map. If you think of it from a business perspective, you're going to want a unique selling point. Well, you're not buying a map per se, but if you think of it as a business, you're going to want a unique selling point to your map, because you don't want your map to be the same as someone else's. If you want an incentive for people to play your map, I've come up with, you can grant them XP, you can do a rank system, or you can even do challenges to get people to grind your map out. So make sure you have an incentive for people to play your map, and make sure it's not the same as everyone else's, because otherwise that's just been done. Say a Zone Wars map, that's been done a million times before, and your map's not going to stand out compared to everyone else's if you just do the exact same as what's been done before. So next, I've got create a video that should be displayed while players hover over your map. So in the Discovery tab, when someone clicks on your map, after a second or two, your thumbnail will disappear and it will show a video, if you've made one that is, of whatever you want. You can make them pretty easily if you go to your replays. I'm just going to show a video right here. You can go to your replays and you can just record that, and you can like look around over your map and just give players an insight into your map, because otherwise sometimes when I click on the map I don't know what it's going to be like, so a video can really help out with that. And just as a note, it doesn't have any audio, so if you want to talk in that video you can't. I'd suggest putting text over it if you want players to read something while they're watching the video. Next up, you want to categorize your map so it can get more easily discovered in the Discovery tab. So I think you can put 4 different tags on your map. There's something like 4, I can't really remember, but you can choose things like solos, how many duos, trios, how many players you want in your map, if it's a combat map, if it's a story map, or anything like that. You're going to want to have those tags, as otherwise it's going to be harder for the Discovery tab to recommend your map to players, as it's easier for the Discovery tab to know what your map's about if you add tags to it. And also, if you go to like the search bit of the Discovery tab, there's like different subheadings that you can click on, and your map can be found in those if you have that tag on your map. So that's definitely another helpful way that players can find your map. Alright, so the next one I have is pretty similar to making it an incentive for people to play a map, but to do with the actual map, don't just copy an existing very popular map. Try to make something unique or add your own features / spin on it, as you don't want a carbon copy version of another map, as that just won't get any plays. If it's the same as someone else's and that's already more popular than yours, your one isn't just going to suddenly get super popular if it doesn't have extra features or is slightly different. For instance, Cypher PK's Rocket Wars map, that has custom winning screens at the end for a person who got the most eliminations in that round. So he hasn't just copied another Zone Wars map like Go Goated. It's basically Go Goated, but with that extra feature. So this is to do with the actual map itself. I'm not saying you have to do this, but you can make maps off trends, as they normally do well. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't put any effort into the map. I see some people that go off a trend and instantly they want to make a map and it's pretty trash, and they don't put any effort into it because they think it will get lots of plays regardless. They put it out instantly because it's to do with the trend. I don't recommend doing that. Make sure you do put effort into all your maps, but recently the maps I only up the game, those maps blew up when people started remaking them in Fortnite. That was a very popular trend in Fortnite. Another thing to do with this map itself is that combat maps tend to do well, as that's what the majority of Fortnite's audience likes and enjoys. The reason Fortnite became successful in the first place is because it's a fighting game with guns, and you can shoot people and stuff like that. So like mini games, solo, story modes, maps don't normally get as many plays as the combat maps with lots of people that shoot each other. Story mode single player maps are harder to gain a consistent player base. There's not really much to do after you played the story game mode or something like that. People aren't going to come back to it over and over unless it's like an insane map that's like really good. Make sure to update your map. No one wants to play the same old map forever, so switch things up and make changes. You're going to want to innovate. People aren't going to play your same map forever. They're going to want to have changes, otherwise it's just going to get boring and stale. So make sure to change the map regularly. If they add new weapons, you can add those in if it's a combat map. I know some combat maps have, they want to have all the weapons in. For instance, could add new weapons to your map or add extra features or stuff like that. Change the map around, the layout of the map and stuff like that. People aren't going to want to play the same thing forever. Just as a final note, guys, to end the video, don't be disheartened if your map isn't getting many players. The discovery page is a bit hectic and unorganized at the moment, and it's not completely finished, as Epic has said they are still making changes to it. Your map could be the best map in the world, but it still could not get any plays. And you may think it's not fair, and it kind of is. Some of these popular maps are getting shown to lots of people and are the same old repurposed map with zero effort put into it at all. Some have only taken a few hours to even build. At the end of the day, if the algorithm is not promoting your map, it won't get any plays. So there is an element of luck to some maps getting insanely high player counts, and for instance like the original really popular maps like Desert Zone Wars or Tilted Zone Wars, Go Goated, BHE, 1v1, they were really popular at the start of creative and they got pushed by Epic. They made videos about it and they put it on the front of the discovery page and stuff like that. Obviously those are popular nowadays because of how many people played them and the reputation of those maps. They are built to quite a high standard, so people are going to keep playing those, and they've got consistently updated as well. So just don't be sad if your map is not getting any plays. It might just take time for your map to get discovered in the algorithm, and then it will blow up. If you guys did enjoy this video, more talkative video from my normal tutorials, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you did enjoy this video. But thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.